Hello everyone and welcome to a late video. My name is Crypto Atlas. Well, that's my channel name at least. Very nice to meet you guys if you are new to the channel. In today's video, I will be discussing Bitcoin, Ethereum, Orchid, as well as Bancor Network Token, aka BNT. Found some interesting information that I didn't share previously that I figure if you guys didn't know already, it's good for you to know, and it's probably a good indicator of what's been going on with the price action movement lately. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up like button as well. Let's try and get this video to 100 likes, and also click the bell icon so you know whenever there's a new video and you can stay up to date with everything. So before we get into this, very quick news, just so you guys know, I finally got my computer fixed, except I got home, it's really late, I'm exhausted, it's been an insane day, and I want to get this video up as soon as I can, so I'm going to try and keep it very brief, let the processing go through, and I'll get that all set up, ready to go for tomorrow. Also, just so you guys know, I do have links in the description for Coinbase, so if you've never invested in crypto before, you can get a little referral bonus in there for both you and me, and also for BlockFi. BlockFi is good for you to get an interest on your cryptocurrencies. I currently use both of those. They don't pay me to say these things. I earn the interest on BlockFi, so I'm earning because I'm just using their stuff, but you also get a referral bonus if you use that, and I really like it, and I think you guys should check it out if you haven't already. But aside from that, let's go ahead and hop on in here. Actually, I'll just say this real quick too. I'm on Twitter. My handle's in the bottom left hand side at Atlas Official TV. Feel free to go check me out and drop a follow, say hi, send me pictures of Bitcoin memes and stuff like that. If you guys start doing that, I'll probably start showing them in some of these videos here. The real Kiyosaki, aka Rich Dad, Poor Dad, the author of that book, he said Secretary Treasury Yellen just said on CNBC Bitcoin is used in criminal activity. Give me a break, and the US dollar isn't. Who can believe these academic elites? Do they think we are that naive? Definitely buy more gold, silver, Bitcoin. I agree with him. For Bitcoin, I mean, you can buy gold and silver if you want, but I'd rather put my money into Bitcoin. Next up, if you had bought just $2 of Bitcoin a day instead of coffee for the last 6 years, you would now have $250,000. That's pretty cool. I didn't do it. Wish I did, but it is what it is. I didn't even know about it 6 years ago. If Warren Buffett had invested his entire net worth in Bitcoin in 2009, he'd be worth $719 trillion today. It's a very skewed thing. I know a lot of people were responding to that too. This guy's got a ton of engagement in his tweet, but it's like 2009 when it first came out, he just bought all the Bitcoin. And on top of it too, he wouldn't have to spend that amount of money to be able to acquire all the Bitcoin. So there's all these weird narratives behind this stuff, It's like, congratulations, you own all the Bitcoin that's just barely gotten started. Now no one else owns any, and also you overpaid for it because of the market value. You know what I mean? Anyways, Bitcoin is now worth more than Brazil's entire stock market. I thought this was kind of interesting because the price has actually gone down a bit today. It's not at a new high point, but he's referencing the fact that it's above the Brazil's stock market. So I guess we've been over that point unless their market went down. I guess that could technically make sense. We had some down momentum going on the stock market for the last couple of days, except for a couple of these stocks. I'm still, I got in on AMC, guys. I did the AMC thing. I only bought GameStop today because during that press conference that was going on with the Robinhood CEO, I saw the price starting to go up when the guy that was from GameStop was starting to talk. And I was like, hey, maybe everyone's going to start rallying behind this. And it didn't. Right when I bought in, it faked everyone out and it dropped even harder. It did a dead cat bounce. And I'm like, you got to be joking me. But I didn't put a lot of money into it. It was like $100, so I'm down like $15. But still, I'm like, dang, dude, I'm down $15 off of 100 within like 2 hours. This is horrible. And it very well could end up continuing to drop down even more, especially because it's GameStop. I think AMC still has plenty of room to grow, especially with the theaters opening up recently. A lot of different big institutions are dropping money into it as well. So that one, I think I got a lot better chance. I also got some in Nokia, and same thing. My Nokia is down too. Dude, I'm literally down in all of my stocks right now, but I'm up in all of my crypto. How bizarre is that? Pompliano said 6 hours ago, we are closer to $100,000 Bitcoin than we are to $0 Bitcoin. I posted this right after we hit $50,000. I got like 2 likes. He posted 2 days later and he's got 5,200 likes. I'll like it too. But I'm still a little upset, man. I get no love on the Twitter side. Let's go ahead and move on to the next thing. I gotta try and keep this video short. So we already talked about Janet Yellen. Yellen said she considers Bitcoin a highly speculative asset, and she noted that it's seen high levels of volatility in recent years. Asked whether she believes it needs to be regulated, Yellen said, any action must be about safeguarding investors. I think it's important to make sure that it is not used as a vehicle for illicit transactions and that there's investor protection, said Yellen, a former Fed chair. And so regulating institutions that deal in Bitcoin, making sure that they adhere to their regulatory responsibilities, I think is certainly important. Whoops. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, here's 15 companies that are big companies that we know that actually own Bitcoin. Number 15 is Twitch. They do accept payments with Bitcoin. This was taken away back in 2019, but it came back in June of 2020. It goes through their BitPay system. So you can argue whether or not they're technically receiving Bitcoin. Restaurant brands, total revenue. This is Gill Shutterstock. Right? Yeah, QSR. QSR. Next up is Etsy. Sorry, not Shutterstock. Why did I say Shutterstock? That's the image that's up above. My bad. Restaurant brands. So this is ranking 14th on the list, except Bitcoin is QSR. My bad. There you go. Next one is Etsy Inc. Would have been nice if they would have put that at the beginning of that other one. Right there. Then we've also got Overstock.com. We got Coca-Cola, Amatil. Yeah, that eye is kind of hard to see. Sorry. Amatil Limited. Yum Brands, Inc. Rakuten, Inc. Whole Foods Market, Inc. PayPal Holdings, of course. Starbucks Corporation. And then where's the rest of these? What? I got to go to a whole other page. USAA, private. Oh, come on. They're really going to do this to me? They're milking you for all these ad things. I didn't know that it was going to have a continuation of pages with this stuff. The Home Depot. They're killing me with this. Oh, really? I'm liking this site less and less now. Bayerisch Motorin Work AG. Okay. I think it said BMW right next to it. Microsoft Corporation. Oh, sorry. They accept Bitcoin. Did I say that they own Bitcoin? I'm going to say that they accept it. No. Please, just go to the last one here. You're taking up all my time. And AT&T. All right, there you go. Okay, on to the next thing. Bitcoin ETF. So North America, we just had that launch over in the Canada side. We don't have it here for the United States quite yet, but the Bitcoin ETF is live and it debuted with $165 million worth of trading volume. So very, very good first day, especially given the fact that the stock exchange overall didn't seem to do that great today. Now, in regards to BNT, aka Bancor Network Token, they announced impressive monthly results on the Bancor Vortex. Found an article about this stuff. Bancor plans to complete a secret pool design that will minimize complexity and reduce the cost of gas fees. Bancor's decision to expand limits on pools such as Chainlink and Ethereum has yielded positive results. Bancor BNT users are making about 25% from swap fees, which is far higher than swap fees from other pools. On-chain liquidity protocol Bancor shared its monthly report, which showed an impressive performance for the protocol. In the report, Bancor said liquidity providers are now taking advantage of Bancor's impermanent loss protection and single-sided protection to buy Bancor Network and hold a long position. As a result, the token has had an impressive month as TVL has increased by more than 2,000% since the Bancor V2.1 launch. Now let's go ahead and go take a look over here at the charts very quickly to go ahead and run through you guys some of the key figures because we're going over a couple different cryptos. So Bitcoin did have a red day as of yesterday. It was tapping right near, very close to that previous all-time high at 52,655, but yesterday ended up pulling itself up to right around 52,500, very, very close to the previous day. I might sneeze here in a second, just giving you guys a warning. Now, this decides that it wants to continue to go further down. I would be looking at a first level of support being established at obviously $50,000 from a psychological standpoint. Down below that, we have some very minor, I wouldn't even really take that into consideration. I'm going to go ahead and remove that one right there. Let's go ahead and we're going to be looking at the next major level of support at 49,000, which does coincide with several key points as well. And a further level down below that is actually, I would be looking at it on the Fibonacci level here. That's down to $47,000. And then a further drop down to the 21 EMA, which would be very, very big, would be $44,706, right? If we go ahead and zoom this out here, I went ahead and repositioned how we got the Fibonacci sequence going on. And at that point in time, as we have a reference of a high point with this big candle establishing for $46,811, roughly $47,000, right? We're going to be rising up throughout this channel, and I would be ultimately looking at the next major milestone, obviously 60,000, but from a Fibonacci level, let's take a look at $65,000, right? If we can break $65,000, then we're really opening up the territory for potential to head towards that $100,000 range. You can actually see, based on this model metric system, that we're looking at just under $100,000 for that entry point for the next Fibonacci. So this red zone on the upper hand that we're seeing here, this upper quadrant, is going to be tough to try and work itself through because it's so wide in comparison to the previous Fibonacci levels. But we do see these big breaks that go through, and we have plenty of room to grow. We still are only in February for this year. We got a lot of time left to really try and make this happen before the end of 2021. So Bitcoin is looking very good. Now, let's go ahead and go take a look over at Ethereum. Ethereum had a green day yesterday. In fact, broke an all-time high. And if we take a look on the new daily candle position, it looks like it's almost the exact same thing, but nope. We actually did hit a new higher high on this daily candle position at approximately 1,951. This is having some retracement back. You can see the selling pressure. It's already being bought back up though. And looks like as of the time of me recording this video, it is just slightly going up. So it's trying to hit that $2,000 mark. The fact that we broke above 1,900 is very good, very bullish, but 2K is the next main objective goal. Once we break above that, we start to enter into even more price discovery zone as people are going to be really eyeballing the next big major milestone goal is going to be all the way at 2,500, right? Getting all the way up to a quarter that way to a 5-digit number. If this decides that it wants to go ahead and continue further down, especially if Bitcoin decides it wants to pull it with it, 1750 is still a strong level of support. And then down below that, we're actually seeing a relationship taking place with the 21 EMA and this baseline at $1,700. Next up, taking a look over at Orchid. Orchid had a green day yesterday, but 2 days in a row of just barely slight gains. You can see the wicks are very big, so a little bit of volatility that's going on there. Volume is actually very low though. And on the daily candle for today was a lot of selling pressure, dropped below this Fibonacci level at the 57-cent range, almost 58-cent range. Well, actually at 58-cent range. And then by dipping down there, we actually had a pullback back up. Now it's trying to look like it's wanting to retest it once again, which is not good news in regards for that. If it can manage to pull itself back together and go up, then we're taking a look at a major milestone at 68 cents that we need to try and get above. Not necessarily a milestone, a major level of resistance there. And then if we can manage to continue further up, we still got 80 cents that we got to break before we can get into that Fibonacci at 82 cents and then go back towards $1. So if we can go, or not if we can, if we do go below 58 cents, then we have a strong level of support being established at the 21 EMA, which is at 51 cents. And that would be looking at the next major milestone. Why do I keep saying milestone? I'm tired. 48 cents would be the next level down below that. And that would be a substantial candle position. So more than likely, this is going to be a point where I would see a lot of it settling down at, or the wick even bouncing off of that point for a daily candle close if this decides that it really wants to just drop. And then lastly, we're going to be taking a look at BNT. And looking at BNT, had another really nice daily candle. In fact, yesterday was an explosive amount of volume. It just decided to go right for that $5 mark and smash through it, pushing all the way past 5, past 6, hitting $6.50 before having a retracement back. It was almost wanting to go to $7. And I bet a lot of people were starting to FOMO in on this, thinking that maybe it's going to make that run to $10, right? As this is having a pullback back down, you can see where that level had bounced off of was approximately halfway down that body candle for the previous day. The volume itself is moving pretty high, as I would say, as far as for the new daily candle position. Keep in mind the RSI is suggesting it's overbought. Oh, whoops. Okay, well, I accidentally unplugged my headphones there. It is considered to be overbought, but we're in a bull market, right? So it's not that strong of an indicator, but I would still say, just based on how much volume there was yesterday and how high this went, that we could expect this to more than likely have some pullback. There is very good news, as we saw with the Bancor Network before, but the rest of the market, it's having a bit of a pullback. We saw the stock market having a bit of a pullback as well, and it's a bit tough right now. Right now, if we can get above $6.50, $7 is going to be the next major zone, then $7.50. Obviously, we're going 50-cent increment levels until we try and make our way to break above that $10 zone. So that $10 is going to be the biggest objective goal. I know I don't have the Fibonacci levels and stuff up on this, but we're just talking about common sense, right? It bounced off of $6.50. You guys can see that. And when it finally had moved past $4.50 on the new daily candle position, it went through the $5 region zone and just decided to keep running. So it's looking pretty standard as far as this point of view for the BNT side. You guys let me know what you guys think about this episode. If you guys, and all the news that we shared, if you guys are new to the channel, please don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up like button as well. Let's try and get this video to at least 100 likes. Click the bell icon so you know whenever we have a new video. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I will see you in the next episode.